What up, people? If you're like me, you're hyped about Octopath Traveler 2 coming out on February 24th. I loved the first game, and when the sequel was announced, I was so happy. Whether you've played the first game and you want to know more about the sequel, or you haven't played it and you want to know if it's the game for you, I got you covered. Here are 5 reasons you should be excited for Octopath Traveler 2. The first reason on my list is more for newcomers than people who played the first one, but it's the fact that you do not need to play the first game in order to play this one. Octopath Traveler 2 is a standalone title, and the story isn't related to the first title at all. This is great for newcomers who may want to just jump into the latest game without having to worry about missing any crucial details from not playing the first one. I would still recommend playing the first one because the first one is still really good. Next up is what's known as crossed paths. For those who aren't aware, one of the biggest complaints people had, myself included, with the first game was how characters in your party had little to no interaction with each other, outside of a few cutscenes here and there. Luckily, this sequel promises to address that with more cutscenes and character interactions. Square Enix took the player feedback and added what's known as cross paths, which are side stories involving 2 of the 8 travelers. It's great that the developers seem to really listen to what fans are saying about the game and are improving it because of it. Them adding these character-focused side missions will help players care more about these characters and also be more invested in the story as well. Next is night and day cycles. Octopath Traveler 2 features a day and night cycle that affects gameplay throughout the entirety of the game. As you explore towns and dungeons, the time of day will continuously shift between day and night, which changes certain elements during exploration and combat. Your traveler's path actions are also affected by the time cycles. For example, in the daytime, the thief, Throne, can steal items from townspeople, and at night, you can knock people out unconscious. The music also changes depending on the time of the day, which is also pretty cool. Next up is a new game mechanic called latent powers. Latent powers are more like finishing moves that can be used once the individual's traveler's gauge fills up during combat. Each traveler has a different latent power which you can use to help turn the tide during a tough battle. Attacking twice during a turn, passing a stat boost on to teammates, or replenishing BP are just a few of the latent powers available. I feel this new mechanic will really increase how fun the combat is, while also adding another level of strategy when preparing for a fight. The last reason on my list is the inclusion of secondary jobs. In the first game, travelers were only allowed 1 job, but it's been expanded this go around. Having a secondary job adds weapons and also skills to the list of what a character could utilize during combat. For example, if your character's primary job has them using a sword, giving them access to axes or a bow is now a possibility. Support skills are also an added benefit to secondary jobs. Support skills are passive abilities which can add stat boosts with weapons and also bonus EXP. Secondary jobs makes the game much deeper from a customization standpoint and also adds to the replay value of the game. That's it for today, guys. If you want to hear more about Octopath Traveler 2, it's featured in my top 11 RPGs of 2023 video, which you can watch by clicking the link on the screen. But other than that, don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up with the channel. Later.